catch on. You can proceed, Eddie. It seems like it's taking some time.
Okay. The reason why I code for short, yeah, I code short until it gets to around 1.40 price. Right. The reason why it was, yeah, exactly. That is the point. The reason why it was because to me, I was thinking that it's gonna do a retracement of this what a about 1 year support here, the 1 year support line here, this area. So, and also I was thinking that here on top here was going to be the supply area, right? That area exactly, that whole area was supply. So I'm thinking now that because it reached this supply, it's gonna retrace. There's more supply here. It's gonna retrace of this whole uptrend, because it was always uptrend. There's no any other retracement which was happening all the way. Now I think one is gonna retrace somehow, because market can keep on going up. It have to retrace, but it will retrace to some point. Then that point which I was thinking was this 1 year, but we are called until this point of retracement. And also here, since it retraced some time back, right, on Friday, let's look at this long bearish on Friday, right? Below it, you can see there's long wicks, right? Below the Friday, the long bearish with a long wick here for Friday. Yeah, that one. Below it, the others below it, they have long wicks. That means this area don't keep prices, right? Always when prices reach this way, it retraces or it goes up. So that confirms to me that it's supply zone, right? Yes, that area below, right? The supply. So it's gonna retrace a bit down, right? Then it goes. That's why I called that short. And I see from here at first that bullish pin which was developing, right? It was going up, then rapidly start changing point. To me, I go to the 15 minutes, I start to the 30 minutes, I start seeing that the trend is leading now. Then that's why I think it's gonna be a short for until this point. That's why I call for that for short.
Okay. No, I perfectly understood where you're coming from. But can you see, there's something I need you to take note of, guys. Can you see from this high to 130, where's 134? There, 134. That's 65 pips. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is 65 pips. And we are talking of Friday and let me see. We are talking of when was this? 6 March up until today. So that's 6, 7, 8, and then 11. We are talking of this whole area here, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, by looking at price in that area there, what is that? Mojalefa, what is that? What is price doing there?
Ranging.
Where you have a marker there?
Yeah, this area here.
The market is ranging there, my brother.
The market is ranging, right? That's since what? Since Friday, right?
It's the indecision. That means it's still neither the buyers nor the sellers are in control. Anything can still happen.
No, it's ranging after a strong push to the upside, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That means who's in control of the market?
Okay, that's the buyers.
The buyers, right?
Yes.
Right. My question, yes, it's a good short, but why would you feel comfortable going short in a market like this here? That's my question. Yes, it's a good shot, and definitely you're not gonna catch that whole 65 pip. That's just a range. 65 pip. You probably catch maybe 20, 30 pips. But would you feel comfortable to go short here, then down up to here? When you see this, if you're shorting the market here, would you be comfortable in shorting the market? Do you get my point?
No, if it is,
Why is everyone quiet
it
now?
is this strong.
Is it,
I can't be comfortable.
is it my side or everyone is quiet?
No, it's your side, my brother. The
Yeah,
voice
you're not
cutting.
was grrr, grrr, sounding like a robot.
Yeah.
Then it's your loss, guys. There's nothing I can do
Yes.
with MTN or Telcom or Celsi. There's nothing I can do about those nationalized entities. They're not my problem.
But we can hear you now.
But now you are clear.
Right. My question was, why would you feel comfortable?
Ivan,
Yes. Yes, Eddie, I can hear you.
it was not going to be very short. I was only going to take only about, it was when I call short, I was targeting around 28 to 30 pips. That's what I think so. Because I see that a little bit short was gonna develop to up until here, then I don't think it was going to go beyond that.
Right. I'm
The
not
reason
saying
why I don't think it was going to go beyond the previous.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong in that. But what I'm trying to instill in you guys is if you develop in such a way, yes, you can get 20, 30 pips. But are you gonna be on the chart for something like this? You see the stuff that I've highlighted there? Or maybe something like this. You see this bearish candle here? You see? Be in trades whereby you're going to be comfortable knowing that you're on the right side of the market. Yes, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with shorting right now because it's at a very strong area of resistance, USDCAD. It's at a strong supply area.
Yeah.
So there's nothing shorting. There's nothing wrong in shorting, but it means you're gonna be there stuck on the charts, right? Because at any moment, you see this area, the one that I've highlighted. Let me show you something quickly. Let me take off the anoint. We go there. Grab this guy. All right. There. That's exactly what I want you guys to see. You see, that's a bullish flag forming right now on USDCAD. What do we expect when price comes here, break above, for instance? We're expecting it to
go up,
to go higher. You see, so right now it's in a range, like it's forming a bullish flag. You see, there's a bear trap here. We call it a bear trap. The other way around, a bullish flag. When you talk of it as a stop, it's called a bear trap. You see, most people are being trapped to the short side on USDCAD right now. And not just USDCAD, even on dollar. Same thing applies.
Dollar index.
Yeah. Same thing applies. Because I can foresee dollar breaking above that 97.50 zone on the 20th. It's going to break above. And most people are going to cry. You see?
120th this month.
Yeah, there's interest rate decision, Federal Reserve.
Oh, I was about to say, you see, I say you're a prophet and then you don't listen.
No.
Watch.
You can check the calendar there. That's why you see. That's why I was saying. Remember last week I was like, guys, EU they didn't increase the rates. BOJ they didn't increase the rates. BOC didn't increase the rates. You think
And the Fed,
the
what
Fed?
will it do?
You see, the Feds are still cheap. Nothing has happened, and everyone right now the perspective is that they're not gonna increase the what? The rates.
The rate.
There's no way Powell right now. The general view is like Powell is not going to increase the rates. You see. So now you need to look at it whereby say the Fed have increased or they stay at 2.25. What's going to happen to the dollar? There's only one thing that's going to happen there. The dollar is going to gain value massively.
So that's at 2 o'clock.
I think it's 8 o'clock in the evening. Normally Fed they talk at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I have to check the calendar. I'm not really sure about the time. But that's for the 20th. You see, that's the forecast that I have in regards to the dollar. If you look at dollar right now, where the dollar is, okay, let's go to the dollar because that's the main thing. You see where the dollar is. This is, let me go to a weekly. This is a weekly chart on dollar. I'm going to go to last week's open. Hey, that was our last week's closing price. This guy here. See. What is significant about the closing price of last week's dollar price? Mojalefa. What is the significance of that closing price from last week?
There's a small rejection on the movement going up.
Right. There's a small rejection, right?
Yeah.
But it also.
However, the body is still bigger than the week, so we are still in a very bullish trend.
Right. Now, if you look on the chart, when last did that happen? If you look on the chart, when last did that happen? In the past 2 years, 2018, 2017, it never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
You see? It never happened. So at the moment, we really need to exercise caution when we are entering the markets. First, you need to know exactly where the dollar is. And at the moment, dollar is very strong, guys. It's very strong. I wouldn't be surprised to see this current week, which has opened bearish, it will close bullish. Because there's still a lot of participants from the lower side here. You see? There's a lot of people, a lot of participants from the lower side. So what you need to take note of is where's the stops on dollar? Like where's the liquidity? You see? That's why this zone is very critical. You see? So going short on say USDCAD, yes, it's good, but it's a very risky because this thing can shoot instantly.
So you will need a very tight stop loss.
Exactly. Make sure you have a tight stop loss, because otherwise you're gonna blow that account. You see. So once we have recognized that, let me go down to a daily. Then you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Right. That's a daily candle. Of course, the technicals are aligning, as George said. all the technicals are pointing to the downside on dollar. But take note of one thing. This guy here, you see this bull candle? Take note of that guy. Friday struggled to come down. Already Monday is struggling to come down. You see? Monday is struggling to come down. If this guy here, this Thursday bull candle on dollar was something like this, if that had formed there, or maybe something like this, because right now the bulls are in control. Don't underestimate those guys. The bulls are in control. So now it won't surprise me that we might have 2-3 days of a downshift. Then eventually we're gonna go higher. Right now, I think momentum is building up to the upside on dollar. Everything is gradually building up for another strong bullish move on the dollar side. Do you get my point?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Yeah. So it's paramount that you understand exactly what the dollar is doing. Because look at it. Look on the 1 hour chart. I wouldn't even be comfortable shorting there. Look at the 1 hour chart for dollar. What is this? Huh? What is this? That's accumulation. You see, market is accumulating from the downside. They are gradually taking out people who were short. You see, it accumulates. Let me clear up. You see this accumulation here. And then you get a spike to the downside like this, and then it closes above. That's people getting taken out. You see, so market is accumulating right now. You see, big participants are coming in on the dollar. Eventually, we're gonna see a breakout of this type. You see this? You might see it, yeah. But probably that's for like next week. You see, so for now, it's very important that you are very careful when you're trading these majors, AUD, USD, Euro USD. And this one is gonna go to the shit. This one is falling. USDCAD, GBP USD. This one has got fundamentals backing it, so you hardly know what Brexit is gonna do. You see, like what it did today. So you won't know exactly. It was totally the opposite to the dollar. So Brexit is a no-go. Did you understand what I'm saying, guys, about dollar?
Yes,
Yes, Moja. Talk to me.
now, while we are still in the dollar,
Yeah.
Fed share speech that's happening at 2 o'clock. What do you think is gonna affect the dollar?
I don't know what he's gonna talk about. You see, that's the thing. It's gonna be 2 o'clock when we are sleeping, right?
I'm gonna wake up that time.
Me, I'll be sleeping, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. When these guys talk and everything, if I'm in the market, I make sure I've got my stop loss on, because a lot of things go on during that time. And you don't want to play around with your liquidity when Powell, especially Powell, is talking. You see. So as it is, I don't know what he's going to talk about. But looking at the technical chart, they might need to, price might test this. You see these lows? Price might test it. But they're not going to stay long there. You see? They might test it. I'm not saying they're going to test it, but they might. But it's a bit of a long shot for markets to go down there. it's a bit of a long shot to test like these highs. See here, from here, but it can happen, or it will spike up. So I don't know what Powell is going to talk about. What is it about that he wants to talk? So I won't be trading that kind of news. I'm not much of a news trader because they're they're not good. Moja, are you in a trade on any USD pair?
No. Right now, I'm not in any trade there.
Yeah.
I took some few pips in the afternoon when you were saying we're trading against the general direction. So I just went in, took what I took, and I jumped out.
Yeah, because you see here, you see this thing. Can you see that area that I've highlighted?
Yes.
Now look at this. You see? Look at this. Same thing can happen there. Market always repeats itself, you see, but people, they don't see. These moves, and they'll be aligned with fundamentals. They make sure that fundamental always fulfill what they need. Obviously, from a technical point of view right now, everyone is shorting this market.
Yeah.
You see? Everyone is going short on USDCAD, probably USDCHF, probably USDJPY. People, they are shorting, and they are going long on Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, NZ USD. People will be going long on those pairs. But if you come to, I'm going to give a good example. When I posted on the group there, you see USDJPY. I'm going to zoom. Let me zoom out. Right. Let me go there. I hope you can see my chart. I hope you guys can see my chart.
We can see.
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Now, where's the other one? I need the one from here to this guy here. So I've got one, I've got two. Now I'm gonna zoom in. Right. Take note of this. Can you see these breakouts that were happening here, here, and here? But they are failing to break this trend line, this higher time frame trend line.
Yeah.
And if you look from a higher time frame, let me go back to the weekly chart. Let me go to the weekly chart. Yeah, the weekly chart is gonna show us properly. Let me clear up. There's my low. All right. Come on. Right. Can you see now where we are on Euro USD? All the breakouts that have been happening, I think the past 3 weeks, market would break out from support, but it can't break this trend line resistance. You see, they're not breaking up. Market is going down. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Market is going down, and every time it's failing to break. All the breakout traders that were coming in here, those who are anticipating market to now go high, they've been losing. You see? That means by the time price comes here, I won't be surprised to see Euro USD going down there, 1.08. Because the more the dollar is going to gain, this guy is going to shit itself. It's going to go to the bins. Euro is in trouble. You see, the euro is in trouble. Now, if you bake that with the
fundamentally speaking,
you see, if you bake that with the fundamentals that are happening right now in Europe, Europe is in trouble. You see, and there's only one currency right now at the moment which people can call a safe haven.
Safe haven.
And that's the dollar. You see, at the moment, that's the dollar. So it won't surprise me to see that Euro USD is going to get flashed out. 1.08, 1.10, it's easily achievable on Euro USD. But now we need to see what the Fed are going to do on the 20th. That's the main indication of exactly what's going to happen. Because the moment, it won't surprise me, the Fed can also increase the rates, you see, to make the dollar strong. The moment they increase the rates, the dollar is going to be powerful. You get it? So it's a bit of a tricky point where we are in the market right now. That's why you see I'm focusing more on those AUD JPYs, CHF JPY, gold, because the majors, they're at critical zones. So much is relying on fundamentals. And fundamentals, I'm not an economist, guys. I don't know what the numbers are going to come out. I don't know what they're going to say. Just like on NFP, everyone was expecting 180K and then it came 20K. I don't know that number where it come from. So that's the thing. You see?
And the move wasn't that big. So
Nah, they did move a bit, you see. And a lot of people were expecting a high number, which never came. It only came 20K. So that's much about it when it comes to majors, guys. Right now, you need to be very careful when you're trading majors. The miners are, I think they're paying more, especially the CHF pairs, the JPY pairs, they're playing out actually much better when it comes to trading. The majors, we need to wait like up until the 20th to really exactly see where the market is going to go. Because if people didn't make money the past 2 weeks when we were shouting, don't ignore the bulls on the dollar, then you wait for the next run, whether it's a bull run or it's a bear run.
I have to catch that one.
Yeah. You have to catch that one. There's a lot to catch.
That one I'm not going to find myself on the wrong side. Trust me.
There's a lot to catch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got 10 minutes here. Does anyone have anything to say?
I've got nothing to say.
How can you not have something to say? George?
Nah, I don't have now. Here we play a waiting game on these ones now.
I'm telling you guys, you must be very careful when it comes to the majors. Especially cable.
Hey, those who blew accounts, they know.
Especially cable.
My brother, I told you I've graduated from blowing accounts.
He knows himself that I'm talking about.
You see, guys, there's nothing wrong in risking when you make sure you've got your stop loss in place.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in that kind of risk. Make sure you have your stop loss whereby you can say, okay, no, I can afford to lose 20, 30 pips, but I'm going to risk it to the upside. You see, there's nothing wrong in that, because if that thing goes in your direction, then it becomes a good trade, you see. So make sure you've got your stop losses in place. There's nothing wrong in taking a risk, you see? But try to take a risk which is in your favor, you see. don't take a risk about Brexit vote. You don't know how many people are going to vote to which side and to what side. You don't know those numbers. So that's the thing.
And it's not going to respect your technicals.
Of course. It's not. Already we've seen it today. GBP, British pound, it did totally the opposite. You see?
It's going to go
Totally the opposite. So you just need to be very careful, guys. But my bias on USDCAD still remains long on USDCAD. We are still on USDCAD. Same applies on gold. We're still short on gold. Those are my bias for the week. I think I posted them on the group or on Facebook or something. I don't know. Any more questions, guys? I've got 6 minutes left.
No question from my side.
I can see your trades, my brother Moja. I can see your trades. Don't tell me about 0.5 because I can see you are sitting there. Yeah.
Where can you see them? You see, I told you this guy is a prophet.
I know what you're doing there.
Yeah, no, don't worry, my brother. I will never blow this account again. Trust me.
Yeah. Because I was even thinking, no, I need to have my own one on the side. I must have another $100 account, then I can trade with you. Then we can see where we take it from.
We can see what happens. Yeah, you are right.
Because on your own there, some of the lot sizes that you are playing with.
It's very dangerous.
No, but you only play with a big lot size if you know what you are doing.
Yeah, of course.
You know that the probabilities of it being in your favor.
Yeah.
Then and you go in hard for a short while and then you jump out.
I hear you. Anyway,
Like Friday after that 20K was released, I went in for like 15 seconds. I jumped out and I was smiling.
You jumped into your gambling there, and then you come out.
I jumped in. 15 seconds. I was out. I came out with like $400 or $500, but it was a demo. So you see, that is a problem.
And what was the spread? What was the spread during that time? No.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what was the spread.
I don't know what was the spread. I just checked. Okay, this went against this, so that means this is gonna shoot up quickly. I went in quick, in and out. I was sharp. Parash. No, but that kind of trading is not good, man, because it doesn't give you peace.
Of course. You'll be having stress all along. You'll be just stressing. But anyway, to those that are meeting tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
You said 1 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 1 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boss. See you tomorrow.
Gentlemen, Mr. Skumbuzo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, you there?
I'm here. I've been here. It's just that I was missing some of the things you were saying because my network is unstable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to get the record.
Oops, did I even record this thing? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I was thinking maybe I didn't press record. Yeah, so that's
so
I'll be just monitoring from my side, but I think where's this thing now? CHF-JPY. You must try to take note of the 110-500 area. It's like the same setup on The same setup on what was it again? On gold. The same setup on gold, whereby we are looking at 1302. Same applies to CHFJPY. You must take note of the 110 area. That would be ideal for shorts.
Sure.
It did try to pull up, it did push up, but it didn't quite reach 110 and then it flashed down. Same applies on gold. If you look at gold, you're looking to short the market from 1302. For those who entered the market when market opened, that's a good few nice pips. Gold has got value, it pays more. It already shoots down, but I'm expecting another pull back to the high here and then eventually flash out. So yeah, those are the setups that I'm looking at.
So would you put a sell limit on this?
I don't like to trade with limit orders. You know why? You're guaranteeing the market that there's liquidity there. You see? The moment
Remember,
come fetch me. I'm here.
Sorry,
your technical, you check to have a reaction at 39.
You were breaking up. What are you saying?
I'm saying that you are anticipating that a downward move will happen at 1300.
1302.
Yeah, 1302. Sorry.
Yeah. 1302. And remember, your stop loss, you go to the previous higher high from 1302, 5-10 pips above. That's where your stop loss is.
Yes.
Yes, guys, you must know these things. That's where your stop loss is gonna be. Because the moment market takes out this high, then I'm sure we'll be looking for a higher move. Then you know you have been taken out properly out of the market. But if if you enter at 1302 and you put your stop losses maybe at 1303, market can spike up, then come down.
Come back.
Yeah. So that's the disadvantage of limit orders. You are guaranteeing yourself to say, guys, I'm here. Come get me. They'll spike to your limit order and trigger it, and you smile, but eventually